Welcome to the City Council meeting for Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. We have a time where people may speak for 3 minutes on anything that's not on today's agenda. That will be later on. Would you join me in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Council President Sparks,
Here.
Council Member Banks,
Here.
Council Vice President Wilkie,
Yes, sir.
Council Member McKay,
Here.
Council Member Closey,
Here.
Council Member Wheeler,
Here.
Council Member Mize, Council Member Canopy.
Here.
Thank you. We have the approval of the minutes of December 23rd, 2024.
Your Honor, I would move to approve the minutes of December 23rd, 2024.
Moved in second. Any public comment? Council discussion? If there are no objections, we will count that as passed. You have correspondence, fire monthly report, police monthly report, Beartooth RC&D, January correspondence. Any council disclosure of ex parte? We have no public hearing. Are there any council members request to remove anything from the consent agenda?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the consent agenda for January 14th, 2025.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any public comment? Council discussion? If there are no objections, we will count that as passed. Ceremonial calendar, we have the Arbor Day 2025 proclamation. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for planting trees, and whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, and whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife, and whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products, and whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community, and whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now therefore, I, Dave Wagoner, Mayor of the City of Laurel, do hereby proclaim April 25th, 2025 as Arbor Day. In the City of Laurel, and I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And further, I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations, dated 14 January 2025. You have the reports of boards and commissions. Audience participation. We have a 3-minute limit on anything that anybody would like to speak. Seeing none, we'll move on to scheduled matters. We have the appointment of Tom Canopy to the City County Planning Board for the remainder of a two-year term ending June 30th, 2025.
Mr. Mayor, I would move to approve your appointment of Tom Canopy to the City County Planning Board for the remainder of a 2-year term ending 6/30/2025.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any public comment? Council discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Congratulations, Councilmember County. Next, we have resolution R 25-01. It's a resolution of the city council authorizing the mayor to sign a memorandum of understanding for operation and cost sharing for public transportation services with the Adult Resource Alliance of Yellowstone County.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve resolution number R 25-01.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any public comment? Council discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes 8-0. Next, we have resolution R 25-02, a resolution of the city council approving a transportation coordination plan for the city of Laurel Transit.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to approve resolution number R 25-02.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Public comment? Any council discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes 8-0. We have a resolution R 25-03. It's a resolution of the city council approving a preventative maintenance plan for the city of Laurel vans and small buses and passenger service.
Mr. Mayor, I would move to approve resolution number R 25-03.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Public comment? Council discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes 8-0. Next, we have a resolution R 25-04. It's a resolution of intent of zone change and zoning map amendment and to set public hearing.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve resolution number R 25-04.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any public comment? Council discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes 8-0. Next, we have resolution R 25-05. A resolution of the city council approving a contract with Triple Tree Engineering to act as a TIF engineer.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve resolution number R 25-5.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any public comment? Council discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes 8-0. We're on 19. Are those the Laura ones? Why don't you go ahead and do those 19, 20, the Laura ones?
We have resolution R 25-06 or 06, a resolution of the city council authorizing the mayor to execute the task order and all related documents for the on-call engineering by and between the city of Laurel and Triple Tree Engineering Incorporated.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve resolution number R 25-06.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Public comment? Council discussion? Councilmember McKay.
Thank you. Just a quick question, more probably for the attorney in terms of all of these contracts, these documents. There's a lot of language, lots of privileges, things, everything looks good from a legal standpoint. Any concerns or anything on your end from reviewing those contracts?
Thanks, Councilmember McKay, for that question. And that's a great question. I have reviewed all of them and I did not have any concerns with with either the underlying agreement or the task orders. And so that council knows, anytime we have any contracts that come before city council prior to those being put on the agenda, those are agreements that I have reviewed and either made changes to, suggested changes to, or have approved in their entirety.
Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes 8-0.
Next, we have a resolution R 25-07, a resolution of the city council authorizing the mayor to execute the task order and all related documents for the Lura surveys and project number 1 design, permitting, bidding, and construction administration by and between the city of Laurel and Triple Tree Engineering Incorporated.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve resolution number R 25-07.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any public comment? Which our public just left. Council discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes 8-0.
Next, Mr. Mayor, we have resolution 25-08, a resolution of the city council authorizing the mayor to execute the task order and all related documents for the Luro Project Number 2, conceptual design, probable cost, CHS coordination, and a funding plan by and between the city of Laurel and Triple Tree Engineering Incorporated.
Mr. Mayor, and Mr. Markigard, I would like to move to approve resolution R 25-08.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Public comment? Council discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes 8-0.
The last resolution is resolution number R 25-09, a resolution of the city council authorizing the mayor to execute the task order and all related documents for the Lura on-call grant writing administration services and funding plan by and between the city of Laurel and Triple Tree Engineering Incorporated.
Mr. Mayor, I would move to approve resolution number R 25-09.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Public comment? Council discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes 8-0. We have no items removed from the consent. Any community announcements? Councilmember Closey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to thank the city of Laurel, their employees, Mr. Markigard, Mr. Wheeler, and all the other people that helped us last Friday pick up the wreaths up at the Yellowstone National Cemetery. It really helped out a lot. We got done in about 45 minutes, trudging through the big snow and everything. So thank you very much.
Councilmember Banks.
Yes, I just wanted to mention that this speech, drama, and debate state meets coming up, and they're looking for anybody who can be a judge there, as many as possible. So if you want to help out with that, just let me know. Thanks.
Must be local, huh?
Yes, here at the Laurel High School, January 31st and February 1st.
Oh, good. Anybody else? Oh, Councilmember Canopy.
I want to say thanks to the city, all the employees, yourself, Mr. Markigard, anyone that has dealt with the snow and the removal, because it's not an easy task when you get 400 calls at the police department and telling you what you can do with your snow and shove it off to the side. And they've done a good job everywhere through town, and they've worked endless hours to do what they've done. It's a huge task, and thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I can't make any excuses. I mean, it's either you plow the snow and try not to block driveways and cars in, or you leave the snow and get stuck. So we're working on it. We're still making plans and trying to tweak how we would do things better, because we're always looking to better things. So I appreciate that. The employees did a great job. They really did. They didn't have anybody balk at jobs. They just went out and did them. It was great. So anybody else? Are we at mayor? Okay. Oh, council discussion. I'm sorry. Council President Sparks.
Yes, the Public Works meeting for next week is moved to Tuesday at 6 before our council workshop, because Monday's a holiday. So just a reminder on that.
Thank you. Councilmember Closey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And next Tuesday before our city council meeting at 5 o'clock is a city cemetery meeting. It'll be next door in the old court.
Do you hold Public Works here? Okay. Anything else?
Mr. Mayor, I have another announcement. We have City County Planning Board tomorrow night, Mr. Canopy. So if you've been appointed, could we please have your attendance tomorrow night at 6 PM, please? It's the election of the president and the vice president. It happens every January. I'm not sure with the rest of your committees, if you hold elections, it's every 2. I just want to be cognitive of that. If you are on a committee that has bylaws or regulations that govern that, the chairs, you want to check that to make sure that if you hold your elections, get your officers.
Thank you. I'm just gonna say, on the mayor update, we got bad news. KLJ informed us we did not qualify for the grant, the engineering grant, that $1 million engineering grant. We don't know why. They didn't give us any explanation. They want to meet with us and sit down and go over and Kelly was like, you mean we didn't get anything? 30,000, anything? And it sounds like we got nothing. So we are gonna have to work on some things about the new reservoir because all that engineering is unpaid for now if we go forward. So, when we meet with KLJ, we will bring it to you. But as of now, we were denied, which is so frustrating because we put a lot of money toward what I feel like was a semi-guarantee that was the one to go to. There was 4 grants, 5 grants, and they said, target that one. That's got the most money. And only one place made some money on this deal. So, and I'll leave it at that, but go ahead.
I just want to remind, if you didn't get a chance to look at your emails, I sent out a link to the Montana Legislative Services, and I kind of did a screenshot and linked into the button that you need to push. If you're having any troubles with that, please reply to the email as an individual. Let me know. The legislative session, if you didn't get on the link, they film and video probably 6 to 10 meetings at a time. So every house taxation, just everything, TIF district dollars, judiciary. I mean, there's a committee on everything and they're going nonstop. I sat through some of it today. They were literally taking bills, discussing them for a few minutes, making a motion in a second and moving them out of committee. So that kind of concerns me that if we don't have some understanding what they're doing and have representation once in a while. Of course, we're working with leagues of cities and towns and trying to keep an abreast of what's going on up there. But I think the mayor informed me there was 4,200 supposedly bills. Now, what can get transmitted? Everything except revenue can be transmitted, I think, in 45 days, I believe. And then anything that's revenue can go all the way to the end of the legislative session. But anything prior to that transmittal date is essentially dead on arrival. If it can't get out of the committee and get past both houses, the House and the Senate would have to agree to that and send it to the governor's desk. So I just wanted to make you aware. I sent you the link. If you have a chance, most of it's during the day. And then I think there's the ability to watch it after hours to see what's going on. I'll try to work with you with the League of Cities and Towns to give you kind of any updates or any information that I think is important coming out of the leagues. I think you guys probably all get the emails from the league, from Kelly Lynch. If she's not CCing you, I'll make sure you guys are added to the list so that those legislative updates can come right from the Leagues of Cities and Towns right to the City Council. So I got to be able to sit down on a little bit of it today and listen to what was going on while I was doing my emails and my phone calls, and it's playing in the background. But I just wanted to make you aware of it. It's fast paced when you have 90 days in every 2 years. So anyway, if you have issues, let me know.
Anything else? Unscheduled matters? None? Adjournment.
Mr. Mayor, I would move to adjourn.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Public comment. council discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, we are